Oh my goodness, Sean has this little, what is that?
It's like a little fan.
I almost said a Pez dispenser.
No, but there is candy in there. But I don't know
Ooh,
what it is.
candy. Probably shitty candy.
I think I got this with a bunch of other candy around either Christmas or Easter.
Oh, probably Easter. It looks very...
I found it in a bag with candy. Maybe Easter.
Looks very springy. Looks like it has a spring vibe to it.
It's in a bag with like candy and stuff in it that I forgot I totally had. It's on the floor behind the couch.
Ooh, surprise candy.
I pulled that out. I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh shit! It lights up.
I can't get over that.
It's a little fan that lights up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's right in the mic. Yeah. But his little wings light up when you make the fan. That's cool. I'm enjoying that. I gotta tell you. Wow. That made me completely forget everything I had to say. That's how ADD I am. Jeez, something shiny. What do you got?
Ooh, shiny Red Bull.
What do you got? I'm a sucker for an LED, I tell you. You got something that lights up? Show me. I want to see it. Wow. I'm on it. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. I literally forgot everything I had.
It's always good to start out by saying, welcome to...
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Hashtag just saying. With a B.
A letter B.
A light up B. That's amazing. For the audio folks, you can see the B light up if you go to YouTube, because we'll post the first 30 or so minutes. For the video folk, there is a full audio version. You can catch that on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever they're calling it, Anchor,
drop your anchor and listen,
Spotify,
look for us and spot us,
Audible.
Oh, we hear you, baby.
I think that those are like the big ones. I'm sure there's little places we probably are that I don't even know about.
Well, like I say a few times, if anybody out there know where else we're at, let us know.
Where are you?
Maybe we can try and add that to the list. Maybe I can try to come up with some other thing out for that too.
So, the saga of the oven continues.
I saw it in the kitchen.
You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's still sitting in the middle of my kitchen floor.
Still waiting for the plumber, huh?
Yep.
What an asshole.
Okay. So, no, I'm not saying he's an asshole.
I am.
Okay. So the plumber was supposed to come Thursday, right?
Okay.
It was yesterday. So I get a text from Jay, and he goes, the plumber is texting me. He wants to see the valve for the gas, the thing. So I was like, okay. So I took a picture of it, sent it to Jay. He sent it to the plumber, and as it turns out, he didn't have the correct hookup valve. So he goes, I got to get the right thing. So he was supposed to come Friday, which is today. Allegedly. So then I get a text from Jay around 3 o'clock, I think. And he goes, not happening today. And I went, oh. And he goes, yeah, tomorrow. And I went,
right.
It's like I'm trying to be very patient. Even though I'm a horribly impatient person. I'm trying very hard to be patient because this guy was the only guy who called back. And granted...
He's probably in the process of looking for bigger jobs right now than...
I hope not.
Than yours.
Well, you know what? This is a big job to me.
To you, yeah.
To me.
To him, it's probably nothing.
Nothing, honey.
He's probably looking for something that's a little more in his favor.
Yeah. So, well, I already know how much it's going to cost. I mean, it's not... I mean, we're not talking a hill of beans. We're talking actual currency. Actually. So... I mean, I got that. And, I mean, it's just, you know what? In a bigger scheme of things, it's a mild inconvenience.
And he waits till 3 o'clock to let you know he's not coming?
Well, to be fair...
Nah.
To be fair now,
nah.
I was not working from home, so I was in the office. And Jay explained that, and the guy said, okay, call me when someone's at the house.
But was he home today?
So Jay texted the guy when he got home. And apparently it was too late to do anything. The guy was like, well, can't get there today, sorry. So...
Have a hot date. I'm not gonna miss that. Fuck you.
Have a hot date with a shutoff valve. Yeah. So I mean, it's I told Jay, I'm like, okay, if he doesn't come tomorrow, I'm gonna start to, you know, get a little irritated. You know, I mean, I'm trying to like put it out of my mind. I mean, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, it's a mild inconvenience. It just sucks because
this is happening to you and it's pissing me off.
I know.
You can't even get damn landscapers over here.
God, oh my God, dude. Okay, so last week, did I do this last week? Yes, because I don't even, you know me. What did we talk about? I don't even know. So last week, the plumber came, right? And he showed up last Saturday. And it took him maybe 20 minutes to do the whole setup, right? So he unhooked the oven. And then there's this thing they have to do when you have a gas stove called the bubble test, right? So, yeah, so they take this, I don't know, it looks like a huge, it looks like this huge Q-tip thing, right? So he's swabbing the pipe, right? Yeah, he's swabbing the pipe. All right. Swabbing the pipe.
DNA.
Yep, swabbing the pipe. And so he goes, and I'm keeping my distance because, you know, COVID. But at the same time, I want to make sure he's not, you know, making a mess.
They usually do, but most of them clean up.
Because I already have to clean up after my husband and a dog. I don't need to clean up after the plumber as well. So
not to have an accident on the floor.
So I was like, "Hey, what you doing there?" So he's like, "Well, it's a bubble test. He's making sure that there's no leaks in the line and stuff." So that's fine. So I'm like, okay. So after he does that and he shuts everything down, I realize I smell gas. And I'm sitting there thinking, is that normal? Should I say something?
Should I run out of the house?
Should I be outside right now?
I would.
So, I mean, I definitely don't light a candle, right?
Or a match.
Yes. So I'm sitting there and it was hot-ish. So, I mean, we had the windows were closed and the AC was going. So I'm like, oh, great. Asphyxiation. This is how I'm going to go. So then it's funny because I'm standing kind of like in the doorway of my kitchen, right? And he is behind the oven because we pulled out the oven. So he's behind it. And I smell gas and I'm like, is that right or is that wrong? I don't know if I should be smelling that. And all of a sudden, it's like Kilroy. He pokes his head up like this. And he goes, the gas you're smelling is the leftover gas in the line. It's okay. I don't want you to worry about it. And I went, oh, I was worried about it. But thank you. He goes, nope, it's good. I went, all right.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. So he did his, and then he commenced with his little test. And then I was like, everything cool? And he goes, it's fine. And then he said he would be back. So far, that's been...
3-0.
Yeah. And then he said he'd be back, and so far, that's been a lie. But I was upset. Not at that, but I was upset because if you listen to the last couple of weeks, every time that it looks like I'm going to have 5 minutes free to myself, because my husband's off doing something, it goes sideways on me. Or as they would say in the UK, pear-shaped. It goes pear-shaped on me, and I end up not being able to have any time. So, he was at a radio station last Saturday. He was filling in and being interviewed on the air. About what, I don't know, because I didn't listen. So, I had told him if the plumber was kind of in and out and I had time, I was going to mow the lawn. Right? If I had my druthers, I would not mow the lawn. I don't like mowing the lawn. It's not my favorite activity. And you know, I'm outside all that time and I get no color. I told you Sunday I was standing next to my dad and I'm like, I'm catching up. And he goes,
I get color just from driving now.
do ya? God, jealous. And I was like,
I'm getting a little tan this past week with the heat wave.
Have you? I said, look, I'm catching up. My dad is so much darker than me already. And he goes, yeah, right. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Oh, and here's Daisy. It was her birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Yep, Daisy turned 11 yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't reach.
Old girl. She got spoiled as shit yesterday.
I bet.
But she's always spoiled, so.
Take a doggy cheese. Is
Um,
that Chuck E. Cheese, doggy cheese?
Yucky cheese. Well, I was gonna take her for a WALK, which I have to spell because that's a word she knows. And it was all rainy and thunderstormy, so I couldn't do anything. So.
She's scared of the thunder, isn't she?
Oh, she's very scared of the thunder. I felt bad for her too. I'm like, on your birthday, your worst nightmares come true. And she doesn't like the rain because her fur gets wet and she's a princess. And she doesn't like the thunder because she doesn't like loud noises. Oh, it's a nightmare for her because, this weekend we have 4th of July.
Yep.
Here in America.
Daisy.
And so she ain't gonna bother with that.
Daisy.
So she gets fireworks and she's not gonna be happy about that either. So, it is what it is. But anyway, so I had to go outside and mow the lawn and do the thing I don't want to do. But the way back, I can't mow because...
Curly. Because of Curly.
No, I
Larry?
can't. No, I can't because
Demo.
there's stuff... We had moved the fence. We had a new fence built and we moved the fence back. And there's some stuff there that needs to be cleared out. And I have asked Jay.
One time she wants him out there.
Yeah,
Ask Jay.
I've asked him a few times to clear it out, and every time, and we had a massive heat wave, and it was like in the plus 90s. And yeah, so he was like, I can't go out there.
It was like 4 days in the 90s or early 100s.
Well, I mean, it was kind of funny what he said to me.
Too hot.
Well, here's the thing, right? And, I mean, I hate when he talks like this, but it was funny as well, so I guess, I mean, he got a laugh. I gave him an LOL in real life. So we were talking about it, and he goes, well, it's so hot. And I said, well, yeah, I know. And he goes, it's 90 plus out there. He goes, I'm too fat. He goes, I'll go out there and drop. I went, yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. He came. I think I told you this story on Monday. He had gone outside to he was fiddling around. He's got these. He's got these antennas, and he wants to set up like a proper antenna. This is my life. He wants to set up this proper antenna pole, and I'm like, and I actually told him how to do it. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'm sitting there telling you how to deface my lawn. But anyway. So he was outside fiddling around with something, and he came in, and I had been doing something else, so we kind of like met in the living room, and I said, oh, you doing dishes? Because sometimes when you do dishes, like your shirt, if you don't have a dishwasher and you're not a fancy person, your shirt gets wet, right? Oh, now she wants out. Nope, now she's going to lay down. Make up your damn mind. So his shirt was wet, like, in the front. And I was like, well, you doing dishes? And he goes, no. He's like, just my boobs.
Why would I do that?
And then he goes, just my boobs are sweating. I went, well, okay. Excuse me. Still coughing. It's only been 8 months. I know.
Only.
I'm getting a little bit tired. Because I had to go in the office today. I'm the only one.
Friday, right?
My last Friday in the office. I'm the only one wearing a mask. I'm the only one wearing a mask. I'm like, what? And I was going to say something too. Like, I'm uncomfortable. You people walking by my area. Like, I'm just going to put up like tape. Like caution tape or something. And be like, you can't keep walking. Yeah, there she goes.
Well, it's easy without the cone.
It is easier without the cone. She's about to get the cone back because she's been gnawing on her paw again. I noticed it the other
Sounds like
day.
You can't just put like a sock over it. Like,
Dude, I bought the booty. I bought the booty. She won't let me put the booty on. She denies the booty. And it frustrates me. And you know what I did? I took it and I was putting it on the non-affected paw and taking it off. Because that's how I got her used to a muzzle. When she goes to the vet, she has to be muzzled because she gets afraid of them and then she's like, I'm going to bite everybody. So I got to muzzle her. And I got her used to that by putting it on and then immediately taking it off. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. So I thought I could apply the same to the booty. So I was using her unaffected paw. So I put the little booty on her paw and then take it off. Put it on, take it off. And now she'll let me kind of do that to the unaffected paw. But when I go to touch the affected one, she's like, oh, hell no. You're not touching me with that thing. So I can only do it on one. The one that doesn't count. Pisses me off. Pisses me off. But you know what? I'm going to digress and go way, way back to the point I was making about the lawn. Right? I know. I thought about hiring someone to clear it all out.
Oh, they will come.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Because I told Jay, I'm like, maybe I just get somebody to clear it all out. Because where my old shed used to be, Jesus, it's like a tropical jungle now. Right? So I said, I'd like somebody to come in and just level all of it. And he goes, yeah. And then he goes, but no one will ever show up.
Right.
I say, yeah, I know. Every time I call or you try to get somebody, it's the guy I called about Central Air still hasn't gotten back to me. That was the guy who was like, oh yeah, when can I come?
Don't people want to work?
Nobody.
Well, I know nobody wants to work, but
I don't want to work.
During COVID, everyone's like, oh, well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people towards like the middle part are like, oh, I gotta get back to work, or I need money, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
You get all those options, and no one wants to take it.
No, it sucks.
Bunch of lazy motherfuckers.
Wow. Sean swearing on the video. My goodness. Yes, I agree.
What's been aggravating me lately?
Excuse me. Jesus.
You know,
I went into like a...
to go with that would be the service that you would get if you go to a Wendy's drive-thru or a McDonald's drive-thru. It's terrible there.
You know what? Service, I think, a lot of places is bad.
Yeah.
I have...
Even at restaurants.
I have like a tomato sauce thing. I have severe acid reflux, as I'm sure you can identify with, right?
Yep.
So tomato sauce, too much tomato sauce bothers me
The acid
so badly, right? So
in it. You gotta add some sugar to it.
Well, I just prefer to like stay away. Yeah.
Like you do when you order pizzas.
Right, I say light, either light or no sauce.
Yep.
Right? So I was getting the other night, we decided to get Italian, right? So because I was in a pasta mood. I'm like, I want some pasta. So I ordered some pasta. And I said, I would like the tomato sauce on the side, that way I can apply it myself. Really, I just drizzle. Mm-hmm. It's a very minute amount of tomato sauce. It's barely there. Right? So I said, I want it on the side. And the girl, because Jay was ordering, because I have a phone phobia. So Jay was ordering, and the girl was so perplexed by this, she said, can you hold on 1 second? And put him on hold to find out if that was something they could even do. And he's like, she just put me on hold. And I said, for what? And he said, your sauce? I said, yeah, I'm sorry. Sauce on the side, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
It's like for me, if I go to Wendy's or McDonald's or something, sometimes I'll say, can I get a double cheese with extra cheese? Like already, they're just thrown off with the extra cheese. Once in a while, I get the person saying, there's already a slice or there's already 2 slices on it. Yeah, I want extra. More. I will pay the extra 50 to 60 cents each slice. Throw it on there.
Load me up.
This ain't my first trip here.
Excuse me. Load me up, cowboy. Woo!
Or sometimes I'm waiting almost 2 minutes just because I say extra cheese.
Yeah. What is the thing they say at BK? Because
heavy in the cheese.
Heavy cheese. Jeez.
Yeah.
That trips me up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I extra heavy cheese?
Yeah.
Wait, is it heavy cheese? Am I gonna need 2 hands to eat this thing now?
Is it gonna sit heavy in my tummy?
Yeah, well, BK always does that. I made the mistake. I got something from there like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this is why I don't get BK.
Almost every BK I drive by right now either has, at the most, 1 to 3 cars.
Really? That popular?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm surprised it's still in business. I still enjoy them, but whenever I drive by a BK now, there's barely anybody there.
Yeah.
Surprising me. Like, you won't see any cars there to go in. You'll see like 1 car or no car at the window now.
Nobody wants to go in.
No, everyone's lazy.
I don't want to go in because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be face to face with you.
Well, you got your thing.
I do have things. I have many things. My goodness. So nobody wants to work. I think we've established that. Now, speaking of which.
Everyone's got too lazy because of COVID.
So, I saw Steve today. I've not seen Steve. No, I wish. I wish. I miss Smoking Steve. He was a fun fucker. What a fella. What a fella Steve was. Smoking Steve.
A fine fucking fella.
You know what? We have, this is relevant now.
Good.
Finally. So, Sean and I, Jay had this radio friend named Steve. I don't remember his last name. It's fine.
That's why we just call him Smoking Steve.
Exactly. So, I sound like I've been smoking. So, he wanted to give us a tour of this radio station in Newport, Rhode Island. So, we go to the radio station. Now, we filmed it. Got quite a lot of views.
I'll say it should be up.
It is up on the YouTube channel, and we got quite a lot of views, some comments, lovely. People yelled at me because I had the camera down too much. Sorry.
At the time, we were trying to be respectful and not put the faces on.
Yeah, I try to do that, and people yell at me because they think I'm like, I just want to film the dirt. So, anyway, that video is up. So, in the middle of this tour, Steve decides he's going to go outside and
Smoke a doobie.
Smoke.
A doobie.
And so he does. Now, somebody who had watched this video and then commented about that. They were like, that's an FCC violation or something like that. I'm like, he didn't tell me to stop filming. And he saw me filming. And then I asked Jay about it, and he's like, they have much bigger fish to fry than that. So I said, okay. Because I honestly, if it would have gotten him in trouble, I would have pulled the video and re-edited it. I know. I mean, I just love putting myself through a shit ton of work. That's what I like doing. And he said, no, don't worry about it. He'll be fine. I said, okay. So I saw Steve. Steve is, I call him Elevator Steve. Elevator Steve, because when I first started working at this place, he started the same day I did. And every time I was headed to the elevator, he would randomly come out from the side. Because, like, I have to walk down this hall, and the back entrance of the break room is there. So he would always be coming out the back entrance. And while I was on my way to the elevator to go home, so it was like, oh, Jesus. And he'd say hello or something to me, and it's like, I'm going home. Like, I've already clocked out for the day, so my obligation to be nice to you is over. Right? So I saw Steve. I hadn't seen him in a while. So he was standing near my desk waiting for the boss to tell him to do something. And he goes, Tara, how are you? And I said, I'm fine, Steve. That's exactly how I said it, too, because that's how happy I was to be working on a day before a long weekend. Yeah.
Do you get Monday off?
I do. Yes.
Good for that.
Well, we'll see.
I wasn't sure because the holiday's on Sunday, and I didn't know if it worked like it does for me. If the holiday's on Sunday, you get Monday off. If it's on Saturday, you get Friday off.
I was half expecting an email that said, we need everybody to work. Just because we're like 3 days behind.
I was hoping for you, you get an email saying, "Oh, we get to leave at 2."
I was waiting for that. And the girl who I thought was dating her son across the thing. Because she always talks about her son, but she talks about him like I thought it was her husband. It's weird. It's creepy. Anyway, she was complaining. She's like, I think this is the first Friday we've not gotten out early. I'm like, of course, because I'm here. So...
Wait till next week.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the next one.
Yeah. So Steve was standing there, and then he asked how I was, and I was just, great, Steve. And then he said something else, but I had headphones in, so I was like, eh. And the boss was standing there, and she goes, well, this is the last Friday for Tara for a while. And he said, why? And I said, and I started to say something, and she goes, well, because Tara's going to be changing the days she's in the office. And then she said, for a few months. And I was like, oh, no, forever. Forever. I want it forever. Like, I don't understand if you realize that people can be effective and work from home while you would force people to come into an office.
Right.
I don't do anything extra in my seat.
Mm-hmm. That you can do here.
That I can't do here. A matter of fact, I'm more productive here. I know. I shouldn't be. But I am. Like last night, Jay went to go pick up dinner, so I was like, oh, I'll just keep working until he comes back. I worked until almost 5:30. I don't normally do that.
Let's see what happens on September 3rd.
Why? What's September 3rd?
That's the Friday before Labor Day.
Oh, you talking for like getting out early?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably won't happen.
It looks like that's the next opportunity that you could get out early.
Puff, puff, puff. I mean, and we had like 3 people out today. I'm like, while you granting everybody these days off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm working my back off here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. Anyway, something weird happened earlier this week. I got a text from a friend of mine. We used to work together at Bradley's. There's a blast from the past, right? Bradley's? It's a department store. Department. Every now and then I hear my own accent and I hate myself. Seriously, do you ever hear your accent all of a sudden and you go, ugh?
No.
No, I do. Because I said department. It's a department store.
I always hear my coworkers do it.
Really?
One of them, every time she's at the window and someone comes up and says, oh, I got a file report.
Yeah.
She'll say, all right, you need to talk to an officer.
Mm.
Just pick up that phone over there, tell me you're in the lobby, you want to talk to an officer.
An officer.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop. That's
Hear
the
all the
sound of the
time,
police.
That's a chuckle every time. You couldn't sound more Bostonian.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a department store. It's a store. People go and buy stuff.
Was a department store.
Was, yeah. So, her stepmom, who also worked at Bradley's, got a text. A random text. And it said, hi. And then it had her name. And said, this is... Should I say it? Yeah, I'll say it. I don't care. So, well, I was going to not say his name, but I don't have any more information.
Diablo?
I don't have any more information than his first name, so it's fine. He said, hi, this is Ken. We work together at Bradley's. And all of a sudden I get a text from my friend, and she goes, do you remember somebody named Ken who used to work at Bradley's? You know how long it's been since I worked at Bradley's? And I don't remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago. Or if I had breakfast. Because a lot of times I don't. And I don't have an oven. So I can't cook anything.
Damn, plumbers.
I know. Really messed up my thing. Excuse me. So I said, I thought I knew who it was, right? I said, was it the guy who used to work in receiving? And she started laughing. She goes, no, he's a different dude. I said, okay. But that made me start thinking about this dude. Everybody, well, I'll say most people, have that really weird dude that they work with? You know what I'm talking about, right? The really weird person where you just go, what the heck is wrong? What is up with them, right? There was this
What are
guy.
you smoking?
Not even smoking. It's like, what is your deal? There was this guy who did work receiving, so I did have that part right. But I was corrected on the name. It wasn't Ken. His name was Leroy. Leroy was a trip. Number one, I mean, showers weren't his thing. I mean, not a huge shower guy, right? So there's that. I tried to steer clear. I was nice to Leroy because I always thought he's gonna snap one day. So you try to be nice to people, because then they'll be like, you know what? You were nice to me. I'm gonna make yours quick and painless. No. So, all right. So in the break room, we used to have these big things, right? They were these big boxes. In the boxes, people would throw their cans and stuff, right?
I'm trying to look up a movie that's in my mind.
Okay, whatever. So there was cans and stuff. And they would let Leroy take the cans. So he would take the cans to redemption centers, right? And cash them out. Now here's the trip about Leroy. He had a wife, right? Which is astounding. Which makes you believe that there's someone for everyone out there, because fucking Leroy got married, right? So Leroy would put the cans in the front seat and make his wife ride in the back.
Wow.
Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! The cans rode in the front, the wife in the back. Yes! The first time I saw that, I went, what the fuck did I, what? And I was like, I went with my friend Tina, and I went over to my friend Tina, I'm like, what's up with that? Oh, he makes his wife ride in the back, because the cans gotta come up front. It's like, are you serious?
She let it happen.
Well, I mean, she let it happen, so I guess there's that. I mean, they lived with his mom. There's a whole thing with that. He was a little bit weird. But I thought his name was Ken. So when I got this text, I was like, was it this dude? And she goes, no, his name was Leroy. So then we went back and forth a few times trying to figure out who Ken was, and we still don't know. So I was like, I don't know. I said, that's a little too specific to be a spam text. Because every now and then I get spam texts that are like, hey.
You may have won.
Yeah, like shit like that. Or, like, your insurance company told us to tell you. And it's like, sure they did.
Right.
Sure they did, right? But, oh, did you... This had me laughing so hard because the ladies at work were like, woo! Did you sign it? Oh, you haven't been vaccinated, right?
No.
Okay. Well, that went right out the window. All right? So, anyway, the ladies at work are all in a flutter because there's this jackpot thing. If you've been vaccinated, you can enter into the jackpot and win a bunch of money.
Yay.
Yeah, you can win like $1 million.
Yay.
Yeah. And
Tax rate?
well, I don't know about tax-free. It is Massachusetts.
Oh,
You'll probably
mind.
have to pay taxes on it. But the ladies at work were like, man, if I win, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are the odds, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, they were pretty strategic about it because Massachusetts is one of the highest vaccinated states.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our vaccination is, we're like 80%. We're actually green now.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're actually
Except
green now. No thanks to Sean. We're in the green. We're in the green, but no thanks to you. So, yeah. I was like...
I still wear my mask at times, but I never got sick. And
well, good for you.
I'm just living life the way I was before.
Living life. Living life. Well, I mean...
When I do fingerprints at work, I'll put my mask on. When I go in certain
Yeah.
stores with Christine and stuff, I wear my mask, but...
I can't live that recklessly. It was funny. A friend of mine was over on Wednesday, and the aforementioned Tina actually, and she wears a mask, and we sit on like opposite sides of the room. And Jay came walking through for something, and then he went to the bedroom, and then he was walking back, and he stopped, and he looked at Tina, and he goes, you know, Tara and I have both been vaccinated. And she goes, I know. And he goes, so why the bank robbery? And she goes, well, you know, she works at CVS. So she's like, I'm just afraid for Tara. And I'm like, aw.
Well, you guys did almost have a scare or two before.
Yeah, she almost got me sick.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She was exposed to somebody that was positive at the time. And
that sucked. That sucked. I mean, she was sick for
I can remember stuff like this for you, but I can't remember shit for me.
I'm sorry. She was sick for a while, and then none of her family got sick, remarkably. But
just her and her husband got sick? Or
no, just her. And like all of the people she worked with, and some of the residents, they had like 11 residents die.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Let's go back to this real quick. When you were saying Leroy,
Yep.
first thing that popped in my head was the old 1985 movie Last Dragon.
No, I don't know of it.
It's a martial arts movie, but
Yeah.
it's in like a comedy style.
Mm-hmm.
Character's name is Leroy Green. He's a young martial artist living in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Trains tirelessly to attain the same level of mastery as a great Bruce Lee.
Okay.
One night his life changes forever when he rescues a television personality, Laura Charles, played by Vanity.
Oh, Princess Vanity.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
And he has to deal with the villain guy whose name is Shonuff.
So.
He's like a badass martial guy too, and
Yeah.
he's his nemesis. He was played by Julius Carey.
Nope. So sad enough, the only person I know from this film is Vanity, and she ain't worth watching that to me. So, okay. So, the update that I have is I'm still waiting to find out about the UK.
Oh yeah, your possible trip.
Well, I'm going, and now it's just it's a matter of duration. Because if I have to quarantine, I'll be there longer, which I don't want.
No, we can ask them any of our UK fans out there to let us know the 411.
Yeah. Well, I'm keeping an eye on it. There's another travel announcement coming in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that they'll put us on the green list, and then I won't have to quarantine. But I did get some inside information because I have to get a COVID test before I leave, while I'm there, and before I come back, and then when I come back.
4 times.
Yep, 4 tests. I'm so excited.
You just can't hide it.
4 tests, and I will probably, not be happy for all of them. The only one that I'm concerned about is the one I have to get while I'm there. Because I spoke to Tina again. Tina's very popular in this podcast today. So I spoke to Tina about it because she does that. And she said if they allow a rapid test, you can go at this time. She's like, because I told her what day I planned on leaving. And I said, so she goes, if they accept rapid, you can go here and you'll get it back in like 24 hours. She's like, if it has to be the other kind of test, you better do it by this time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh boy. And she goes, just pull on up to my window. I'll give you the test and you can go. I'm like, okay, that sounds exciting. So, but I don't.
Better for you when a friend does it.
Yeah, super. It's Tina though. She jab me. She'll jab me and have fun doing it.
You say be gentle.
No, she won't.
Please.
I know. I bruise easy. I'm like a peach. I'm like a peach. Don't hurt me. So the only one I'm worried about is the one while I'm there because I'm 100% certain the UK doesn't have CVS. So she goes, you'll probably have to go to like the hospital or something and do it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I want to be hanging around a British hospital.
Now, UK fans, please contact us and answer these questions for Tara. It'd be very much appreciated.
My stress levels off the charts. Off the charts.
As soon as she knows, the better off she'll be.
Well, ideally, yes. Ideally.
Help a sister out.
Help a sister out. Do you watch soccer at all?
Nope.
No. I was at my parents' on Sunday, and my nephew was watching soccer.
Go!
And I know. And it's not something that...
they call it football.
They do. They do. It's not something that I generally watch. And I remembered why. I mean, I'm not trying to be insulting. I know soccer is a very popular sport, and I think, what is it? Did Germany, I don't know, something's going on with Germany and UK, and oh my goodness, and Italy is in it now. I don't know. There's a whole big thing. But it was Portugal versus Belgium. So, of course, having Belgian blood, I immediately went, go Belgium! And my nephew was like, not in this house. And I went, what are you talking about, bro? And he goes, no, I need Portugal to win because Italy can't play. He went into this huge thing. I don't want to have to face Belgium. They're too good. He's like, and then I'm like, well, if Belgium's too good, how do you think Portugal's going to win? But I brought it up for this reason because I laughed my ass off, right? Occasionally you have a guy who will just be running by another guy and then he'll go, my leg! And he'll just fucking drop.
Did you see that?
Did you see that? Like a sack of potatoes, this guy went down, right? And then my nephew would explain it to me and he goes, well, sometimes people will fake stuff.
I'm sure they do.
And then he's like, and you know, if you can get carded, and he explained the whole thing to me, and I was like shaking my head. But this one guy was kind of running, and he got bumped, and then he stumbled, and then somebody else bumped him, so he like fell down, right? So he was on the ground, and he was holding this. When they do hit the ground, oh my God, Oscar-worthy performances.
The drama.
Oh, she's like, oh, my leg, my arm. I'm dying. It's so funny. Right?
That's awesome.
So,
did that.
one guy's like, he's like in the fetal position, just curled up, just, oh, my legs.
It sounds like the reason why I would watch soccer.
That part of it, I'm telling you, that part of it is very funny.
Like watching NASCAR just for the crashes.
Yeah. That's the drama. It's too funny. But this is why I brought it up, right? So we're gonna go out on the video on this one, right? So the guy's like, he's curled up, So you have the announcer and he goes, well, you know, he was doing fine. And then he was encouraged to lose his balance. And I started laughing so hard. And I said, you know what? When I trip or I do something and I'm kind of like wobbly, that's what I'm going to say. Be like, gravity encouraged me to lose my balance. I didn't fall. I was encouraged to lose my balance. Use it. It's pretty funny. To me, anyway. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next time. Probably without the B. Oh, by the way, if there are any Joe fans in the house, he will likely be here next week.
Yes.
So, enjoy. We'll see.
I have a little thing set up for him.
We will? Oh, this is new to me. The birthday bee?
It'll be a birthday celebration for Joe.
Yes. We will see you next time with Joe. Sean's got something to tell you. Tell him, Sean.
Have a good everything. Next time you fall like a soccer person, don't be so damn dramatic.
Soccer person.
Oh, my leg. Yeah, bullshit. Get up.